On behalf of SFA Athletics, I'd like to welcome everybody here today. This is a great day for SFA Athletics and Stephen F. Austin State University as a whole, as we are going to present the new leader for SFA Athletics. The format for today's press conference is our new Director of Athletics, Ryan Ivey, will take the podium after an introductory statement from Dr. Baker Patillo, University President. Following that, there will be a short reception located right outside in the Champions Room. Light refreshments, cookies, drinks will be served, and you are all welcome to attend and meet Mr. Ryan Ivey. At this time, I'd like to introduce to the podium SFA University President Dr. Baker Patillo.
I would also like to welcome each one of you today to this press conference and to the reception for our new athletic director, Mr. Ryan Ivey. Mr. Ivey is a native of Mayfield, Kentucky. Attended college at the University of Memphis. That's right, of Memphis. There he played football, and he earned a Bachelor of Science degree there and a Master's of Science degree there. Then later, he and his wife, Kelly, have 2 children. They have 2 young sons, Ace and Jet. And when we were interviewing him, one of the comments he made about Nacogdoches was particularly appealing to him because he thought Nacogdoches would be a very appropriate community for 2 young boys to grow up in. And we were glad he saw Nacogdoches in the same way that we all see it. In regard to athletics, he started his work in intercollegiate athletics in our Southland Conference. So he's very familiar with Stephen F. Austin State University, as well as other schools in our conference. He started over at McNeese State University. He served as both assistant athletic director as well as associate athletic director. He was there for 10 years. And then he moved to Commerce, and he became athletic director, Texas A&M Commerce. One of the areas that they were very concerned with, their program at that time was football, and he brought in a football coach and charged him with winning, and winning big time. And you might be aware that this past season, Texas A&M Commerce won the national championship at the Division II level. But after 2 years there, then he went to Austin Peay. That's Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee. And there he had been there 3 years when we hired him. And I can tell you, in talking with the people there, and especially talking with the president, I've never received such glowing recommendations. They did not want him to leave. Their president told me, she said, if there was one person on our campus I could retain, this would be the person that I would keep on my staff. So we took that as a real compliment. Now, when you stop and think about our program, it's been a number of years since we had a program like this to introduce a new athletic director, especially an athletic director that came in from the outside. In 1982, we held a press conference here, and at that time, we introduced Jim Hess, that we had hired from San Angelo State University, as athletic director and head football coach. And he served as our athletic director until '89. And at that time, we promoted internally. We promoted his associate athletic director, Steve McCarty. And Steve McCarty served as athletic director for 15 years. And then following that, when Steve McCarty retired, we once again promoted internally and promoted his associate athletic director, Robert Hill. And so Robert then served for 13 years. So you add the 13 and 15 is 28, add another 9 to it, it's about 36, 37 years since we had brought an athletic director in from the outside. Because it had been so long, and we have a special need for special athletic director at this particular time, we went outside to a professional search firm that specializes in hiring athletic directors. They hire most of the athletic directors for the Big 12 Conference, all the Big 5, all the big schools. And we went with them to search for our new athletic director and bring us the name of the appropriate person. They do the interviewing, do the vetting, and etc. And then once they did that, then I named a committee at that point. And I had Dr. Collier on it out of our government department because he's chair of our intercollegiate athletic department. Had Dr. Jason Reese on it, who's out of management and marketing, because he is chair of our faculty senate. Then I appointed Bridget Henderson, who serves as chair of the Board of Regents. Then I appointed Joe Max Green, a former regent, to serve on it, because no one has seen more football games and basketball games than Joe Max Green, or helped raise more money for athletics than Joe Max Green. And then I named Steve McCarty, our retired athletic director, to serve on that committee. And so those 5 met, as well as myself. And we agreed that Ryan Ivey was the appropriate person. So in conclusion, I can tell you that we have a tradition of having the very best athletic directors at SFA. And we have made a commitment to continue that tradition and have the very best athletic director. So at this time, it is my privilege to present to you our new athletic director. Ryan, if you would please come forward.
Thank you so much for those comments, Dr. Patillo. What a great day to be here, and what a great day to be a Lumberjack. A couple of things I'll note from his comments. So if it was 37, 36 years ago that you hired an outside guy, I'll be 37 in September. So there you go. So just as things were getting started in Mayfield, Kentucky, for me, it's so funny how things in life interconnect and certainly are interwoven from that standpoint. And I'm so humbled and honored and thrilled to be here today for you and be able to be the leader of this athletics department. I can tell you that I understand that this is a tremendous opportunity. This is an opportunity that I appreciate the gravity and the responsibility that come along with it. And I can promise you all, I can't promise you a lot of things. I can't promise you championships. I can't do those things, but I can promise you that we're going to work hard every day to ensure that we represent this institution in a first-class manner. And that's my promise to you, and I can assure you that we're going to do that every day. Before I really get started, I want to take a moment to thank several people. First, I want to thank my family, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. We're obviously in the transition phase, but my wife, Kelly, who's been with me for 14 and a half years, she and I got married before we graduated college, so she's been with me on this crazy journey the entire way, and she is definitely my rock. She is my guide. She provides me stability. She provides me love and the occasional swift kick in the rear end when I need it, because I tell you that I'm going to need it at times, and so she certainly does that. And then we've got 2 boys, our oldest Jet and our youngest Ace, who are fantastic young men, and I'm so proud of them. Proud to be their dad. I'm proud to be her husband. I can tell you that that college athletics is a lifestyle. And my family has bought into that lifestyle. And I can tell you that with this position, you don't just get me, you get all of us. And I think that's something that's really important to the things that we're going to do and how we're going to do it. I also want to thank my parents for instilling in me at a young age the value of hard work, the value of honesty, the value of transparency, and the value of determination. They both sacrificed so much for my brother and I, so that we were able to achieve our goals, and I'm certainly proud to be their son. To Dr. Patillo, the search committee, the Board of Regents, thank you for your time and your effort and energy during the search process. During my visit and conversations, it was apparent to me that there is a growing passion for moving Stephen F. Austin forward. Extremely obvious that they have a passion for athletics, and they have a passion for making sure that athletics is a strong representative of this institution. It serves as a front porch to this great institution, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity of working with them and everyone within our campus community to really move our department forward. I also want to take a quick moment to recognize Robert Hill. Robert, if you would stand for me, please. I can tell you that Robert and I have known each other for 11 years now. I have always considered him a friend, considered him a mentor, someone that we always looked up to, someone who did things the right way, made sure that things were done the right way. And I can tell you there are not many places that you can go where your predecessor is going to be there to pick up the phone so that you can call and ask questions and have conversations and provide direction and insight certainly for you. And I'm extremely grateful and humbled to have the ability to take the reins from you, Robert. So thank you so much for everything that you've done. I'd be remiss if I didn't take the time to acknowledge my Austin Peay and Texas A&M Commerce family, specifically Dr. White and the late Dr. Dan Jones at A&M Commerce. Both of those individuals gave me an opportunity to fulfill a goal of becoming an athletics director. I'm forever indebted to those great people at Austin Peay and at A&M Commerce, and especially those student athletes, the coaches, the staff, and the fans that made our experiences so great there. I look forward to watching both of those institutions continue to grow and continue to be very successful in everything that they do. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to what we're also invested in, and that's the future of SFA athletics. I have said many times, and I'll say it again here, that it is a great time to be a part of the Lumberjack family. And now is the time to do that. If you are not part of that family now is the time to be engaged with us. We want you to come experience everything that we have and everything that we have to offer for you to join our family. Our vision is going to be really simple, folks, and that's to be the leading mid-major athletics department in the country. Okay, think about that for a second. The leading mid-major athletics department in the country. That means we're going to compete for championships. That means we're going to use our program to grow our institution. Our events are going to be fun and engaging, and they're going to strive to have something for everyone. So whether you're 2 or 92, we want you to have a place within our athletics family. We're going to be focused on maintaining and creating a quality and successful athletics program that's an integral part to the university's mission of educating our students. Our goals for the department will be to build upon and grow the success of our department by setting and being the standard of excellence in which everyone is measured. We'll be dedicated to the pursuit of greatness in the classroom, in competition, and be ambassadors in the community. Every day we will earn success the right way by being disciplined, hardworking, high-character people with great attitudes. Our student athletes will know that we care for them, and they are the center of our daily actions. Additionally, we're going to foster an open and rewarding work climate that promotes and rewards a cohesive staff. We're going to be accountable, cooperative, respectful, and supportive of each other, while at the same time building meaningful work relationships to help enhance and develop one another. Transparency will guide our actions while we build trust with our many stakeholders by saying what we mean and doing what we say, no matter how big or small the action may be. We encourage our stakeholders to hold us accountable to our actions. Our fans will see a positive difference in our fans' first approach to providing them with a great experience, and we will commit sound decision-making principles to be a leader on campus, in our various communities, and in intercollegiate athletics. Secondly, we're going to compete for and achieve Southland Conference and NCAA postseason championships. Okay, winning is important. It is why we play the game, as Coach Herm Edwards once said. It's why we play the game. Winning is important, and we're going to strive to win championships in everything that we do. Success has been and will continue to be achieved at Stephen F. Austin, and that's demonstrated by our rich history and tradition here. We will set and be the standard that all others will be measured against when it comes to championships. Thirdly, we're going to build quality, functional, and state-of-the-art facilities that provide us a competitive advantage to help us win championships and recruit and retain great student athletes, coaches, staff, students, donors, and fans. The foundation has already been laid with the facilities that we have that have been established. Our goal will be to enhance and create additional spaces that focus on improving our student-athlete welfare and our fan experiences. Facilities are an integral and necessary part for our vision and future success, and we've got to continue to move those forward. Fourth, we're going to market and promote our department by increasing our exposure and awareness with an inside-out approach. We'll focus on the campus, Nacogdoches, and East Texas communities, while at the same time using innovative strategies and tactical messaging to communicate and build our brand. Every day, we will work on effective communication with all of our stakeholders in order to build a positive image of our athletics department. We will be consistent, purposeful, and tactical with our messaging. An innovative, consistent, creative approach will lead our efforts to generate exposure and awareness for our athletics program. We will engage and energize Lumberjack Nation. And I can tell you that Lumberjack Nation is out there, and they're waiting for us to join to them. They're waiting for us. They're hungry for us to do that, and we're going to make sure that we energize them moving forward. And then lastly, we're going to operate with efficient and effective administrative principles. We're going to be focused on being fiscally responsible by being good stewards of our funds, but at the same time increasing our revenue generation opportunities through our various avenues. Raising money is something that's going to be critical to what we do. If we're going to continue our success and we're going to achieve our vision of being the leading mid-major athletics department in the country, then we're going to have to raise money. We're going to have to raise revenues, and we're going to have to do things to help us moving forward. But lastly, and I think this is probably one of the most important things that we can do, we're going to have fun doing it. Okay, we're going to have fun doing it. At the end of the day, what we get to do is we get to make a difference in the lives of these young people. Folks, that is very special. That you get the opportunity, we as administrators, you as fans, you as donors, you as coaches, we get to make a difference in the lives of 18 to 22-year-olds. We get to help them become great people. We get to help them become great fathers, great mothers, productive people of society later on. People that we can point to and say, they're one of ours. That is why we do what we do. Everything else we're going to focus on, but at the center of what we do, we're going to focus on making sure that our student athletes have a great experience here, that they have the ability to compete, win championships, that they walk across that stage at graduation with a diploma in one hand and a championship ring on the other. That is what we're going to be about, and we're going to focus on it. We're going to be purposeful with it, and it is extremely important that every one of us bound together to do that, because these guys, these student athletes that are here today, that's why we do what we do. And is it really important? And I'm excited to get to know them moving forward. So in conclusion, again, the future is bright, and I know we can achieve great things together. I'll leave you with this quote from John Wooden. It's one of my favorite quotes. It says, "Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do." Okay, do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. All of us can do something for Stephen F. Austin and our athletics department. While we might not be able to do as much as the person beside us, we can all do something, and we are all capable and should be playing our role moving forward. As a team, as a group, as one, we can accomplish great things. I thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I thank you for the opportunity to lead this storied program. I thank you for the opportunity, for your trust in me to do this, and I look forward to everything. Axum Jacks. So I think this time I'm supposed to take questions, right? Okay, just a few, because we're all hot in here. If you've got a question, you can come to the mic. If you don't have a question, you can blame Robert Hill. Look, I've got 365 days to blame you, so. All right, if there's no questions, and there's, oh, we got one right here, okay. Man, I thought we were going to get out of here with it.
I'm John Kruger from the Daily Sentinel, Nacogdoches. I know you haven't been here very long. How would you compare SFA athletics to some of your past experiences, and how do you see either similarities or differences, and how will you use that to further the department here at SFA? Yeah,
so I think we've had some similar experiences. I think the difference between coming to SFA versus taking over A&M Commerce and Austin Peay is the recent success that this place has had. At the other previous places, kind of walking into a situation where they hadn't had a lot of recent success. And so we had to build that culture from the very beginning. I think now we've got the opportunity. We're here. We're doing really, really good, but we got to go from good to great. And that's where we got to get to. And so I think taking some of the experiences that we've had at Austin Peay, what we've done at A&M Commerce, we're going to implement some of those sound principles and some of the strategies and tactics that we've certainly done there. But we're going to take it to another level, and I think we had the ability to do that. I think the national exposure that really this program has across the board. And when you look at all of our sports, when you look at what track and field has done, when you look at what the soccer program has done, when you look at what men's basketball has done, what women's basketball has done, when you look at what football has done, maybe not over the recent past, but over the long history, they've had success and competed for a national championship. And so I think we can continue that. Now we've got to continue to move it forward.
I guess since nobody else has any questions, what do you see as some of your most immediate challenges here at SFA?
Yeah, I think for me, it's getting to know everyone first, right? I think anytime you step in, again, not being here before, so completely coming in new, that I've got to take some time to really get to know folks. I got to understand. I have a good grasp, I believe, on the culture of what SFA stands for. I've had some interactions with it over the years, obviously with my experience at McNeese and really at A&M Commerce. But I've got to get to know people, and I've got to get to know this community, and I've got to get to know the things that we do well, and maybe some things that we don't do so well. And I've charged the department already. I'm going to have one-on-one meetings with everyone in the department. They're going to bring me 5 positives, 5 negatives about being here. We're going to use that information to really shape our strategic framework moving forward. I'm going to try to get out here, hopefully in the near future, try to do some town hall type meetings and just have some conversations so that I can learn about and really understand the rich history that this place has. Like I said, I believe I have a good grasp of it, but I think that's my biggest challenge right now moving forward. And so once we get all that information compiled, and I have that idea, then we'll be able to really shape our strategic framework moving forward. I think the other thing is our facilities. We've got to address our facility piece, and I think everyone knows that. It's no secret. We've got to do some things to enhance where we are. We've got good facilities, but we need to move them forward so that it can help us attract that next caliber student athlete, so that we can make sure that we're retaining coaches at a high level.
Do you have, I know you haven't been here very long, have you established any kind of a progressive plan for the future, and where do you see SFA in 5 and 10 years? SFA?
Yeah, right now I'm trying to figure out which hall the bathroom is in, so I've figured that out. Yeah, I think, again, part of that is looking at what do I know and what do I don't know. And I think for me, it's trying to figure out what I don't know right now. I do have some things in mind. Again, the vision statement for me is really what's going to guide our actions every day. And does it help us achieve becoming the leading mid-major athletics department in the country? And I think every decision that we make has to be surrounded around that vision statement. And again, keeping our student athletes at the forefront, at the center of our decision-making practices, but knowing that, look, we've got to move forward, and what can we do to do that? So we've got some ideas, got some thoughts, but again, I think for me right now, it's trying to figure out what I don't know so that I can avoid some of the potholes and make sure that we can move forward from that. Anything else? All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. Really appreciate it. There's drinks and refreshments down the hall. Thank you.